Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to 90 Day Fiancé latest news. A new story has started to whisper itself into life in the huge constellation of tales that circle the 90 Day Fiancé universe. Where love crosses boundaries, hearts are tested under studio lights, and truth is sometimes stranger than fiction. It enters with something far more hazardous than a network trailer or red carpet introduction. A gossip. And at the epic center of that gossip, two names hardly anyone would have imagined to be used together. Biniyam is here. Natalie also. He, the Ethiopian-born performer and warrior who gambled all to pursue love beyond borders. Resilient and rhythmic, he was well known for his backflips, subdued smile, and relentless love for his baby. She, the mysterious Ukrainian beauty with eyes like winter glass, whose heart had been broken too many times to count, but who still believed, almost stupidly, in the promise of eternity. Two apparently unrelated threads spun through several seasons, different lovers, various failures. Till right now, considering that something has evolved. Something silently said. Something caught in candids instead of confession. Beginning with one picture, it progressed. Grained, darkly lighted, taken from outside a little Santa Monica restaurant. There, through the glass, sat two recognizable people. Natalie giggling at something just out of frame, dressed in light blue. Biniyam leaned forward, elbows on the table, his face softer than viewers had seen in years. Their hands did not come into touch. Not quite. Still, the space separating them was charged. The internet sprang alive. Are they in a relationship? Is this realistic? This has to be a fake. But the second picture arrived next. And the third. There was then a video just 10 seconds long. A birthday celebration in casual attire. A backyard. Thread lights. Laughter. And in the middle there they were. Dancing is fun. Not for presentation. Not practiced. Simply moving. With her arms around his shoulders. His hands down at her waist. A grin exchanged. Her head pushed into his chest. As though the planet had stopped whirling at last. As if for once harmony existed. The whispers then evolved into something else. Not just rumors. Nevertheless belief. For those who follow 90 Day Fiancé know the difference. They now know what chemistry looks like. They have seen it flourish. And they have seen it turn rotten. They are aware of when anything is contrived. As it is generated. When it's promo. But this felt different. This came from inside. Real personal. And therefore the question that reverberated over forums, Reddit posts, and Instagram stories was not simply are they together? But also could it actually be true? We have to go back to the beginning, not of the rumor but of them, to see how such an improbable link could be conceivable. The narrative of Biniyam never was straightforward. He took the quiet grief of a man who had already lost too much from the dusty alleys of Addis Ababa to the brilliant but cruel lights of American reality TV. His first child, snatched from him as his ex left the nation. Nearly devoured by cultural difference and a relationship with Ariela that started with love but turned into surveillance, animosity, and long silences, his second opportunity was almost gone. Still he persisted. For affection. For his son here. For the hope that it might yet work just perhaps. Benevolent beyond his performances, MMA battles, and camera smiles though, lurked a shadow. A man just waiting to be noticed. Not as a presenter. Not in the capacity of a father. But as he is. Natalie, meanwhile, has been among the more divisive members of the team. Ferocious, passionate, uncompromising. Her path led her from Kiev to Sequim, Washington, then to the anarchy of Los Angeles. Her marriage to Mike broke slowly, his passivity colliding forcefully with her need for validation and affection. Later arrived Josh. And the hope a child has. Once more, let me say disappointment. Natalie searched constantly for someone she could feel. To hear the things she lacked knowledge on how to phrase. She received instead, though, men asking her to be less. To diminish. In order to grin. For silence. So maybe it makes sense, on some cosmic level, that she would be pulled to Biniyam. A guy who knows what it is to be voiceless. Who among us can converse without words? One man whose heart has been shattered twice rather than once. And who else, like her, is still learning how to rebuild confidence. Sources close to the 2 point to a subdued beginning for the relationship. A serendipitous encounter at a network mixer. A talk that went beyond midnight. Uber shared here. Then nothing. For a bit. Till it wasn't nothing at all anymore. They first started showing up for the same events. An expo about fitness in Culver City. A fundraiser for a Ukrainian charity. A workshop for dancing in Pasadena. Never with a pair. Always close. Until they were almost too frequent for chance to be the explanation. Those who have seen them together report something. Subdued between them. Unprepared. As if neither one understands what to do with something non-harmful. Like they both are waiting for the other shoe to fall. And possibly it will. Because secrets are not treated kindly in this world. That of reality television. It muslicks them. Spit them forth. Shapes them into controversies and sound bites. Fans are starting to ask tough questions already. Regarding Ariela, what about it? Regarding Josh, what about have they gone forward? Was there betrayal? Right now though, the two in the center of the maelstrom say nothing. None of comments. Not confirming. Just quiet. And a kind of tenderness develops in that quiet. Possibly they owe nothing to the world for an explanation. Perhaps they still find it difficult personally. Perhaps this constitutes a healing environment. Not even a performance. Not a twist in the story. Still, there's a pause. The hurricane's eye is your eye. A location where two people, so long defined by who they were with, may start to question each other who they are. Because that's the secret nobody teaches you about publicly visible love. That its most genuine aspects go unseen. Not in the kiss is what I mean. It shows in the sight after. Not in the selfie, is it? It's in their way of walking together when nobody else is observing. It is not included in the major revelation. The silent choice is to save something for oneself. And should Biniyam and Natalie indeed have found that? Perhaps this is not a rumor. Perhaps there is a beginning here. And perhaps, just maybe, it's the love tale they never imagined they would find. This gossip is over. If you liked the video, then give your opinion in the comment box and stay with us by subscribing the channel. Thank you.